Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the combo. This is their part number 9032T. It's a replacement Santoprene bulb seal only, and the purpose of this video is to really show you what it looks like. I'm going to give you some dimensional properties in a moment and let you know where it's being used. So let's do the dimensional properties. So it's very common and typical for a client to contact us and say, yeah, how do I know that's going to work? Fit. You don't. Neither do we. The issue is nowhere on here is the name combo, and nowhere on your threshold is the name of the manufacturer, most likely as well. So how we get a good idea whether or not it'll fit, we just measure it. So the width of the T .28 inch. The thickness of that, obviously we're just using our best judgment, 0.03 inch. The overall projection, .52 from the top of the T to the outside to the exterior, 0.52 inch. That's really it. The material is extremely light, 0.006 pound per inch, something like that. And it's sold per foot. So you can buy this, if you needed 3 feet of it, you could buy a 36-inch length, or if you needed 3 feet of it, you could buy 3 12-inch and indicate continuous roll, ship this at a continuous roll. Although you'd really only do that if you needed to do many of them. If you might say, I need 100 feet of it. Okay, great. Order 100 feet of the 12-inch and indicate in the comment field, ship this as one continuous roll, 100 feet in length. And that's what it is. So hopefully these dimensions will help. Let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at the supporting information. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. All right, here's the items that we are looking at in the site. This is all of the 9032s. The only difference between these is just the length, 32-inch, 34-inch, 36-inch. And when we click on the extended description, we'll see just a rough cross-section. It doesn't give us any dimensional properties, but does tell us what it's used for, these series of models. So you can take a look at these models, which I think would be extremely helpful for you to back into whether or not it's possible that this is what you have. How I would go about doing it would be getting to the manufacturer's catalog, but before we do that, let's click on the technical drawing. They give us dimensions. Alright, so my dimensions weren't really that off. I came up with 0.3, 0.28 I was spot on. I came up with 0.52, I was pretty close. Diameter of the bulb I did not take. We'll assume it's 0.375. Okay, so there you go. You've got some dimensions. So what I would do is click on the manufacturer's page here, and this is going to pull up the ability for you to review not only all of the combo products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the product catalog. So once you get the product catalog open, you'll be able to, let's say, search that 428 and the other part numbers, but here's the idea. Catalog is opened. And now that the catalog is loaded, we can search by our part number 428, Control F, and then 428. Lots of matches. Okay, here it is. This is what we would call a high boy. Just a bump up threshold is really all it is, the high boy. It's the high boy because it's taller than the low boy. Imaginative names, we give thresholds. but that's really what it is. And then you would repeat that same process for the other items that are listed. This may help you, once you know what those look like, determine whether or not you're on the right track in terms of selecting a replacement insert. The idea is that you want to make sure that it's going to slide into the extrusion. That's the important part. Okay, you want to be able to get it in there without approaching it becoming impossible to get it slid in. Plus, also, you want to make sure that the dimension, especially the overall length, the overall width, is compatible with your installation. You know, the existing might be much smaller than this, and crushing this much down might be a problem in terms of getting the door to close and latch reliably. Okay, so that manufacturer's page, other resources that are on here, really not much else to mention, an older version of the catalog, and then there's a link to the A117.1 document. That is the design guide for accessible and usable buildings for handicap compliance or ADA compliance. Why is that here? Well, because thresholds are very much covered in this document in terms of what is permissible. You just search the word threshold, you'll come up with all of the instances. Thresholds. If provided, thresholds at doorways shall be ½ maximum in height. Raised thresholds and changes in level at doorways shall comply with sections 302 and 303. So when they say shall be, that means you must. Should is a recommendation. The word should. Shall is a requirement. So they can't be greater than a ½ inch height. So you know that high boy is not handicap compliant. You can get to section 302 and 303. We're in section 400 now. And you'll be able to see the other instances or call-outs to thresholds in the document. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. Okay, in conclusion, hopefully this video allowed you to understand a little bit more about this 9032T replacement insert by Combo, and whether or not it would fit into the application that you're inserting it. This video was created for a client who is asking what are the dimensions. Well, there you go. Any questions on this or any other Combo product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.